Hi guys, I know you really want to know how the procedure went, and yeah, I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you how the procedure went and what kind of advice I would give someone. I'm not a doctor, but every video that I do, if there is any kind of advice relating to my own life and my own experience, I gladly give that. I gladly give that. I don't hold it to myself, right? Okay, so let's do this. All right, so like I told you when this series was starting, I told you that I was going to the hospital for endoscopy and colonoscopy. I'm going to tell you a little bit about those, but I think I did when I was starting off. But just briefly, endoscopy looks at, like scanning, taking pictures of the stomach area, and colonoscopy, like the name says, colon. The colon, is it? The colon is the large intestine, I believe. Yeah. So taking pictures of that and checking if there's anything abnormal in those areas. So I know somebody may have panicked. Oh, what's wrong with Diana? Look, the cancer is not back. Cancer is not back. I'm okay. There is no cancer. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about our bodies. Our bodies communicate. Our bodies talk to us. The body there's that flesh that dies and rots and goes. And then there is the spirit, there's the soul that lives in there. We are the soul, we are the spirit. So the body communicates to the soul, okay? And the mind registers the communications and coordinates, right? So never ignore what your body tells you. And I've always preached this from the time all these troubles began. Okay? I have always said, never ignore when your body is speaking to you. Because I remember I've told you, when I felt, look, there was a lump and they were ignoring, my body was communicating. Because of the kind of feeling I had on that left breast, the way I felt it was growing, the way I felt it was, I knew in my heart it was cancer, even when they were telling me it was not. And I remember my friend Caroline asking me, Diana, deep down in your heart, deep down, what do you think? And I said, Carol, deep down in my heart, deep down, I have cancer. And I told her that, and then she still reminds me today. So that was one. And then the other one was when I was feeling the pain on my lower pelvic area on the right side. And I remember saying, please, you guys, there's a problem. There's a problem. They were like, oh, some of these pains, you never find their causes. They're just there. We've done scans. There's no problem. I said, please, there's a problem. There's a problem somewhere with either my ovaries or whatever. And I had to insist. That's why when your body communicates to you, insist. Tell your doctor, look, I own this body. I own this body and I'm the one who feels that pain. And remember when I was taken in for the hysterectomy and everything was taken out, the reports that came showed there was a problem with the fallopian tube. There's a problem with ovaries. There's a problem with cervix. There's a problem with the uterus. Everything had a problem. I was on fire. So that was the second time I knew, look, I have to listen to my body. I have to listen. And I'm not hiding these things. Why should I hide sickness? Am I going to be taken to the court because somebody knew I was sick? No. So I have to use my experience to share with you who is still healthy, who still feels healthy, so that if you feel anything that is out of place, act. So now this third time, the reason why I went for the colonoscopy and endoscopy is that, the pain that was on lower pelvic, once it was taken, the pain reduced. It left the ovaries and everything, it reduced. But still, I could feel some strangeness, I don't know how to describe that thing that I was feeling, but somewhat pain, bloating, strangeness. And when you bloat, you have sometimes gas. Yeah, you pass gas sometimes so uncontrollably. In fact, let me tell you, I hope some people will not watch this. My professors will not watch this, but there was a day I made Candy breakfast. I made her very delicious breakfast, her favorite, and I put it in front of her. When I put it in front of her, we were blotting. I passed gas, and it was smelling. And then I saw Candy lifting her plate, like she was smelling. She was trying to sniff on the food. And like, Mama gave me food that's smelling. I said, Candy, why are you sniffing on the food? And she's like, something is smelling. Something there. I told her, Candy, I passed gas. And then she was like, man, Mama, it smells. So yeah, I was always bloated, and I was like, it cannot be the beans that I eat. It cannot be the kind of diet I'm on right now. Beans, lentils, because those are healthy. They have good fiber, and I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of carrots, fruits. It can't be that. There is something else. And then the pain in my belly also, So I told my oncologist, like I told you guys, I told her, please, I know you guys have done everything. You've done the hysterectomy, but I want you to do a colonoscopy and endoscopy. I want to be sure my intestines are fine, and my stomach and my colon, everything is fine. And then she said, no, there's no other symptom, nothing on you that warrants us to do that. There's no need of doing that. I'm like, please, I plead with you. Actually, me, I normally beg. I beg you. I need colonoscopy and endoscopy done. But she refused. She straight said no. And who am I? Me. You tell me no. I will go look for plan B. Yeah, I always have plan A, B, and to D for A, B, C, D. I don't go so far. Okay? So I said, what do I do? Then I remembered my primary care doctor. So that one is, like I told you, primary care doctor on oncology side, cancer side, and then there's primary care doctor is the family medicine, right? So I went to my primary care doctor, who is a great friend of mine. So I told him, hey doc, there's this. And from history, you've seen this happen, and I tell them and they don't listen, and then it happens. So I need you to give me referral to see a GI. I need you to give me referral to see a GI. GI is a gastrointestinal, specialist. So he told me, yeah, sure, I'll give you. So he gave me that, and I went to a GI, and that GI was the GI that I'd seen before. I'd seen him before, but then the referral had expired. So I went back and I told him, okay, this is what has happened to me this past 1-2 years. I've gone through this. They've taken out this, But then there's this that I still feel. And then he told me, okay. So he said, okay, I'll send you for an ultrasound. Did he say ultrasound? Ultrasound of the belly. So they did for me ultrasound of the belly. There's nothing they saw, nothing. So she told me everything looks fine, because we've looked at it, and the last time I was seeing him, they also did a CT scan of my belly, and they that time they told me I had what they call lipase and amylase levels were not normal. Okay, so this was like a follow-up. So everything had come back to normal. So he told me, there's really nothing to show anything, and you know what, you're not yet even 45, you're not 50, you're young, you're under 40, so there is no risk. There's nothing that could be in your colon, your stomach, you're fine. Then I told him one statement that made him schedule me. I told him, you know what, the breast cancer guys, you know what the doctors were telling me? They were telling me the same thing. They were telling me that I am young, I'm not yet 40, and so it can't be breast cancer. It's just another tumor. And then what happened 4 months down the line? They found that it was cancer, and it had grown. They'd given it time. So do you want a repeat of that? When I told him that, he told me, you know what, Diana, you have a point. And they scheduled me for the procedures. And those are the procedures I was at the hospital with. And so, yeah, I went, like I've shared with you in the second episode, I went in and they did the procedure. Took about 30 minutes, actually, just 30 to 40 minutes. And then when I woke up, so the doctor came to explain everything to me, because he said when he goes in there, what they were doing is they put a camera in here, goes to my stomach, and then they put another one down there, goes to the colon, and just scans. And if they see any problem, they act on it. He said if he finds anything, he will biopsy immediately. If he finds anything abnormal, he conducts a biopsy to see if it is cancerous or not. And so they went in there and to the colon first, he reported that first. And let me tell you why now you need to listen to your body when your body communicates. He told me that he found nothing cancerous. However, he found one polyp. One polyp. Go to Google, read more about polyp. Polyps are abnormal tissues that grow in the linings of the colon, of the large intestine. And the polyps, if left there, can turn into cancer in maybe 10 years, can turn into colon cancer. So colon cancer comes from polyps. And the reason why they don't start conducting colonoscopy for people under 40 or 45 is because they say under 40, people don't have polyps. People don't develop polyps under 40. Now look at me, this abnormal guy. Breast cancer under 40, polyp under 40. They found the polyp. And when he found the polyp, he went ahead straight away, biopsied it, it did not have cancer, and then he took it out. He took it out plus its roots, its tentacles, took all of that out. Now that's the colon, right? And then we come to the stomach. The stomach, where now he did the endoscopy. The stomach lining, he found it has irritation. He says it is irritated. So that's why I've been having the stomach pain. And then the polyp, that's why I've been getting bloated and constipated like all the time. You know, go in, read polyps. Yes, they cause bloating, gas, because they're blocking an area, right? Now, they go into my stomach, they find that I am irritated in my stomach. And so for the stomach now, they take tissue around the stomach area, and that takes time. That one takes 1 week to get the results because now they've sent those tissues for biopsy now. Those ones, they could not just biopsy there. They've sent the tissues for biopsy, and they'll come back and tell me what is causing the irritation. At the point there, they biopsied for cancer. There was no cancer there. Now they want to know what else is causing that irritation. Okay, so I'm waiting for 1 week, then I will get to know what's causing that irritation, and then we move from there for him to let me know what to act on, what medication or what remedies to take care of that. Okay, now I have already done my reading. You know, I like research. From last year, I've said, you know what, let me just try. And don't be like me. Don't wait until something is wrong for you to take care of your body. It was already late for me, but it's not that late. It's not late. I've corrected, and God is going to give me life. But do not wait until something is bad for you to act. Reduce that excess weight. Don't let anybody lie to you. Oh, you have a nice behind, nice rounded behind, nice what? Look, if it is extra fats in those rounded behind, get rid of those fats. You know, and it's a pity up to now. You know, sometimes people tell me, "Oh, Diana, where you've reached is fine. Where you don't reduce again." I just tell someone, because those guys are not in my shoes. I'm not doing for fun. I'm not doing to look in what way. You know, I'm doing to at least stay alive. I don't have that pleasure or leisure of being big or have fat, you know. So, polyps, irritated belly. I've gone ahead and I read what can prevent polyps from coming. First, red meat, especially fatty red meat. So that is good, but I don't eat anymore. Do not eat red meat. You need to eat a lot of fiber. So they say mostly lima beans and pinto beans. Lima and pinto beans, a lot of that. So I'm good. I eat a lot of lima, pinto, and then lentils, peas, and peas, all that. And then something else, eat lots of fruits. And lots of vegetables, fiber. So for fruits, yes, I try to eat, but I don't eat all fruits. I don't eat very sugary fruits, okay? So the fruits I eat, okay, orange I'll eat. Orange is very good. once a day or once every 2 days. But I eat lots of blueberries. The berries are very good. The berries are not so sugary. So I eat lots of blueberries, and I eat cantaloupe. Cantaloupe has that coloration like carrot, carotene, beta carotene. It's very good. It's very good. So those are the fruits I eat a lot of the time: cantaloupe and the berries and orange. Okay, so eat lots of fruits, eat lots of vegetables, and then eat the beans. The beans, lentils, and the peas should be your friends to avoid polyps. If you're big, check your BMI. If you're overweight, reduce, cut off from those fats. Let those people not lie to you. Oh, you're nicely rounded, you have all these good fats. Look, cut off all those fats. Stay healthy, get rid of fats. But again, I know you say it's not in your genes. Yeah, it was not in mine. I keep repeating. So that is the advice I would give you. And I would like to remind you, if you're able to afford any kind of scan, mammogram, colonoscopy, endoscopy in your 30s, please pay for them. If your insurance is not willing to pay because they wait for until you're 40 or 45, pay for it if you're able to. Because look, I am not the only person who's been diagnosed at less than 40. There are others who've been diagnosed even at 21, 28, 29, 30s, early 30s. So if you feel off, if you feel something is off, if you feel something is strange, but doctors are not here listening to you, and you can afford, act on it. Have it done, because I am here. You can see under 40, but there was a polyp. So now for me, because there's a polyp already, and I'm 37 now, so they're not going to wait till so many years for them to do another colonoscopy. So now they'll have to do for me every 5 years and check, because already they've seen prospects of polyps. Okay, and polyps is not something you want to leave there. You want to take it out. Okay, so I have to act on myself so that I eat things that I'm supposed to eat. And polyps mostly caused by fats. You know, I used to be big, I used to be fat. Yes, I used to be fat, and I've reduced. So that's what happened. You can see I took my health in my own hands, and I acted, and the decision I made was good, and the doctor was kind enough to understand and to act. And now they're going to send reports to the primary care oncologist, and she's going to see. And I hope when I meet her this coming month, she's going to apologize and tell me, oh, you're right. We should have accepted to do this. So yeah, so that is what I wanted to share today. Quite an experience, and I'm happy it's all over now. As I wait for the other results, I know it's not going to be what many fear. I really do not want to go through another chemotherapy and all those things. So for now, I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and like and share.